As we continue talking about the major pentatonic scale, I want to talk about the chords found in the major pentatonic scale. Okay, so let's go ahead and make one. If we start on G, we can do it on G instead of C today. We can do it on G. All we do is take G major, which is G, A, B, skip the C, D, E, skip the F sharp, and G. Okay, so here is our major pentatonic on G. Now, if you were to stack in thirds, you can only get a certain combination of chords. You can get G, B, and D. If you were to do it on A, you would get A, C, which doesn't exist, and E. So maybe this isn't a good chord to talk about. Here we have B, D, and F, which doesn't exist. So that one really doesn't work either. Here we have D, F, nope. Here we have E, G, and B is okay. We have these. Okay, so the only chords found naturally are your 1 chord from the major and your 6 chord, which is going to come out as a minor chord. Okay, so you really only have these 2. However, to make your music more interesting, a lot of people will simply use all the scales. So they'll use all the chords from the natural major scale. Okay, so you'd have your 4 chord, you would have your 5 chord. But for melody's sake, you might even have your 7 chord. So that would be found here. That would be found here. But for melody's sake, you would only really have these notes, okay? You wouldn't use everything. You would just use those. Okay, so if you were to have, like, I don't know, let's look at a chord progression really quick and do that, okay? So maybe we can do this. Okay, so we're in the key of G. We're in the key of G. And we're going to go really simple here. We're going to go 1, we'll just do standard, 1, 6, 4, 5, okay? Just like that, 1, 6, 4, 5. So 1, 6, 4, 5, and let's go ahead and make a melody out of this. So let's use the entire thing we have here. 1, 6, 4, and 5. Spacing. Okay, there we go. Okay, 1, 6, 4, 5. I'm not going to spend too much time on the chords here, so let's go a little bit simple and maybe use a little bit of voice leading, but not too much. Okay, so G major would look like this. Maybe we can start down here. G, D, and B up there like that. 6 chord would look like this. 6 in G is simply that E, which is nice. The D can go up to the E there. The B can stay the same. And we got E, G, and we're looking at, or we got E and B, we're looking for a G that can stay right there. Okay, so if you want to look at this a little bit more, all we're doing is changing this note, and it makes it go up a step. So we're going from G, D, B to G, E, B. So here's our 1 chord to our 6 chord. Super easy listening. Okay, number 4 is going to be C, E, and G. So C, E, and G might be good to write it up here. This was E, G, B. This is G, B, D. And if you want to figure out figured bass, you could also think of it this way. So this was 1, 5, 3, which is optional to write, of course. Here's E, G, B, so this is a 6th. And then here's going to be C, E, G. The G can stay the same. The G can stay the same. The E can stay the same. And then this will simply go up to C there. Okay? So all we're doing is changing this to go up, and everything else stays the same. Super easy voice leading, so it makes it a really smooth chord progression. Okay? Because G is on the bottom, this can be a 6-4. And we're simply going to go to 5 here. 5 and G is D. So D, F sharp, and A. D, F sharp, and A. So the G would go up to A, or go down to, no, let's go ahead and go down to F sharp. F sharp goes there. And then D would be here. Either one, so maybe it could go up here. Let's find out. And we need an F sharp, or we need an A. A can be here. There we go. And we got D here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so our chord progression might sound like this. Actually, this would be a 5-6. Okay, so our chord progression might sound like this: G, D, B, G, E, B, G, E, C, and then finally our F sharp, D, A, and then back. Okay, so that's how you get your chords. Let's go ahead and make a melody to suit this. Okay, so we might use a B here for our starting note, just because we can, and it's part of these. It's right here, right? So it's part of the pentatonic scale. That's what we want. Maybe choose a note out of here. This is along the exercise of what we were doing before. Maybe keep the B here. Go down to G here, and then go to the A. We're picking out notes here. Let's make sure it all works. We got G here, we got A here. Yep, so we're just going 3, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so let's make this a little bit interesting, a little bit more interesting. So maybe bum, ba, ba. Okay, going up to the D, and then same thing here. Exactly the same. Kind of makes it smooth and easy listening, like we're trying to go for. We have G here. Maybe we can go down here instead. So ba 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 ba, that kind of thing. And then finally we have maybe even before this note. So instead of this note, maybe we can go quick here to the D, and then there. Okay. So maybe like this, and we could have a melody. So let's go ahead and listen to this. Let's see if I can get this going at the same time. Here we go. Oh, okay. Okay, so you can make a melody out of this. The melody even faster would be this. Okay, so if this is your melody and this is your music, you can make music very easily with the pentatonic scale. And you can do even faster things in here, like make little mentions of other notes and stuff like that, just to make your music a little bit more pentatonic sounding. Okay, so have fun with the pentatonic scale, write a lot of music, and utilize this very friendly scale.